But I think Bruce Wayne, played by George Clooney in this one, he's a very emotionally stunted, and that may be because the acting is like not the best. And also, as a note, he's the only Bruce Wayne to play Bruce Wayne and Batman the exact same. Every other Batman that I've seen has done them differently for good reason. But he says quotes like, for example, the first line of the movie, the very first thing George Clooney says, "This is why Superman works alone," like dismissive towards Robin. And, you know, there's also a scene where they have this massive falling out where he says, you know, basically, this is my house, this is my rules, classic dad energy. And he's just like, if you don't like it, you can leave. And
on my roof.
Yeah. And that happens in the scene after he basically disables his Robin bike after they're chasing after Mr. Freeze, going down and driving down one of the large Greek-like statues in Gotham City. And he basically just disables his bike. And I think he did that because obviously the message is that he doesn't trust Robin. But I think that Robin took that as him not trusting him. But I think Bruce actually did it because he shows care and concern, but he's doing that through control. And, you know, he has a scene later on with Alfred where Alfred actually calls him out on that. He says, I think from the moment your parents were taken away through chaos and unluckiness, like poor fortune, you've spent your whole life trying to then control chaos and beat death. And Bruce admits, he's just like, I can't do it, can I? And he goes, no, you absolutely can't. So I think he's pushed that avoidant attachment onto Robin and onto Dick Grayson because their emotional relationship is getting stronger. They're getting closer. They need to trust each other more. So naturally, Bruce begins to pull away. This is classic for people who are like avoidant attachment people. And avoidant attachment people usually they exhibit traits of withdrawal, and it's usually based on the fact that they've had trauma before. So how did you find Bruce Wayne in this one, especially in regards to like control as a defense mechanism for him?
Yeah, because you do get to see Bruce a lot in this one.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like, because you see him when he's at like at the observatory, when he and like he's billionaire Bruce Willis himself. He's not sort of like, he doesn't seem like say like the Nolan Bruce Wayne where he's like all playing the party boy. And he's actually playing like a person trying to do good for Gotham at the forefront, but he's got his missus there. And they're like, oh, you guys going to tie the knot? And he sort of gets started and he's like, and then she sort of comes and says, oh, we're madly in love, but who knows about the future? I'm like, oh, yeah. And I don't think we ever see that woman again in the movie. So,
no, she does come back. They have a dinner scene later and she doubles down on it basically because she's like, we've been together and seeing each other for almost a year now, and I just have to know whether it's time for us to get married or not. And Bruce is like, I'm not the marrying kind, which further doubles down on the like, I'm not connecting with you. And she even says, you know, if I try to push you too hard, you will pull away. So I'll give you this to think about. And he gives her a big, massive kiss. And she says, tell me when you're ready to talk about it. So I think that also like shows that he thinks that closeness compromises his autonomy and also his effectiveness to be Batman. Because, you know, it's common through the Spider-Man movies. He never got with Mary Jane because he was like, my enemies will use that closeness against me. And I feel like Batman feels the same way.
Batman does the same. He does the same.
Yeah.
That's why he used like. Well, that's why you generally the Bruce Wayne persona is him being a party boy, just doesn't settle down, does all kind of messiness, especially in the younger versions of Batman. He's like more just a full-on philanthropist, and then later on in life, it's either Selena Kyle or nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this, George Clooney plays emotionally stunted well because that is.
Like, it is no secret that he is also was before he got married at the time of this movie when he made it, he was a very famous bachelor and very eligible bachelor. And although I don't think he is a man that has not known love in many forms. So yes, I think what you're saying is very true.